Okay, in respect of everybody's time, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome you to the Barry Carr home office. I'm excited as Kansas lifted its stay-at-home order on Monday, and I ventured out to check out what's going on in the rest of the world, and it looked bright and sunny out, as it tends to do May in Kansas. And although working from home, the novelty at first was kind of cool. I was ready to get out and breathe some fresh air and look out and see what was going on. And I'm happy to say that it seems like a lot of people are raring to go and business is ready to ramp up. So excited about that. As you can tell, and probably likewise with a lot of you on the call, my office also doubles as the doghouse for me. So if I get in trouble at home with the missus, sometimes you find me sprawled out right here. But I also have nice NORAD in here, multiple screens, and printer and scanner and all the good things that you need for a home office that I've accumulated over the years. So it's a perfect place to come today and talk about what we're going to talk about, and that is accounts payable. And accounts payable is a nice way to kick off this kind of series of home and remote office working, because everybody has it. No matter what kind of business you are, we have accounts payable. And it affects us a lot in the way that we have to do things remotely now, from the standpoint of capturing invoices, purchase orders, documentation that goes along with that, like shippers, maybe job travelers, all those kind of documents that we need to associate and capture. So let's dive right into that and take a look at it. Automated capture, of course, is available today. I'm going to share my screen. Automated capture is available today. And yell at me right now if you can't see my screen. Ben, can you see it? Good. It's available today, and we have installed advanced intelligent capture in a lot of scenarios and a lot of different clients on premise. And this is an oversimplified version of what it looks like, but from a high level, we're looking at capturing paper. We may capture electronic forms. We may scan documents. We may get it through email. They may be kicked out in a digital format from our accounting system, our MRP, etc. But then the advanced intelligent capture portion of it comes into play. And many of you may be familiar with SideGen. It's a good Swiss Army knife. It's in a lot of places, and it does a lot of things as far as capture goes. So if we want to look at capturing line item detail or header information from an invoice, etc., many of you have installed this software package. After SideGen processes that document or documents, it would then migrate or release to a multitude of different third-party applications, which could consist of what you see right here: OpenText, Queso, Workflow, Highland OnBase, FileBound, etc. The list goes on. You may have a lot of those implemented already on site. However, let's take a look at what that looks like. Here we've got what SideGen's looking to capture from an invoice standpoint. And you'll see up here a lot of header information. You'll see the PO number, maybe an order number, a contract number. You'll see some line item detail that it may go after, some invoice totals. The invoices can be 1, 4, 10 pages long, whatever the case may be. Let's take a look at what SideGen does. Okay.
Are we supposed to be seeing your screen right now, Mr. Carl?
Can you see it now?
We cannot see your screen, no, sir.
Okay.
There we go.
From a SciGen standpoint, there's a lot going on. So we've got capture of data, we've got classification of documents, dissimilar or like. We've got auto-indexing taking place. We've got validation going on, quality assurance to make sure that what was captured by artificial intelligence is correct. And as you can see, it's pretty busy. There's a lot going on. And SciGen is one of the simplest applications out there to do this type of capture. So as you see it rumble through here, and it's grabbing header information, it's grabbing dates, anything that we want to extract or grab from that invoice or PO or any type of document, job shipper, etc. It's a very, very useful tool. It can be used to speed up data entry. It can be used to process insurance forms. It can be used to look at shippers and capture line item detail for automatic data entry into the accounting system. All that stuff is available through SciGen. You own it. You do the training on it. You also need to maintain it. And there are some costs that go into putting it in and maintaining it. So let's take a look at those. Minimum costs for SciGen. Installation costs, services, training, minimum $4,000. Software investment for low volume, $6,000. As well as the internal costs of allocating resources, manpower, brain share for software operations, batch validation. So a lot of companies will definitely put this in from a standpoint of high volume, centralized capture. If they have scanning departments in place, they'll go ahead and utilize SciGen on site. And that's great. It's awesome. But what do you do if you don't have a scanning department in place? What can you do for implementing invoice capture in-house? Well, that's what I want to talk about a little bit today, as far as iOS Yonder services in accounts payable. It's basically invoice capture, accounts payable capture in the cloud as a service. So as the slide says here, solutions equal products plus experience plus people. So AI is good, but can it handle everything? What happens if there's handwriting? If it's printed, it's not too bad. You can grab that. If it's in cursive, good luck with that. That's probably going to take a set of eyes, no matter what type of confidence level you have. So it's great. It's efficient, machine-generated text, but it can get a little crooked sometimes when we're talking about handwriting and cursive. So what is Yonder again? Solutions as a service. Imaging Office Systems basically is looking at it as a workshop full of all the services, our acumen, our 50 years of experience at a subscription level that you can afford. So you're asking, okay, well, that's awesome, but why is it unique to Imaging Offices? Why? Well, let's take a look at that. When we look at iOS, Imaging Office Systems as a whole, like I said, we come from 50 years of being in the industry. And that's allowed us to see a lot of change and to adapt and to increase services and evolve our services to where they're at today, all in the name of transformation to a digital format. So you see the term digital transformation a lot out there. What does that mean in the world of iOS? So we look at it as four main pillars of information, or four main pillars of going to market from imaging office systems. iOS Lab Services, which we'll talk a lot about. Our professional services group, which would be the people that build the bridges between third-party applications, integrations between our capture, data extraction, and where they go, and overall development work. RMS, or Records Management and Storage, would be the box storage side of our business that has boxes that can be stored throughout the nation in different locations or different facilities. And then the system side, which you'll see over here, would be the third-party applications that we carry as a value-added reseller, or SideGen's right there. Workflow, Queso, Open Text Application Extender. And then under the iOS Cloud Services, you'll see iOS homegrown applications that we would also utilize in the Yonder workshop. All based around cost, delivery, feature sets, etc. So because we have all of these products, services, all relating to ECM under one roof, we feel we're in a unique position to be able to come and deliver a well-rounded solution as a service and wrap it into one subscription price. We separated these offerings, if you will, into quadrants. So from a capture standpoint, obviously we see SideGen in there, PaperVision, all utilized in our lab, scanners, forms, etc. All ways to grab information, content, and prepare it and package it for delivery. Delivery to either iOS Lab Services, delivery to what could be your accounting system, delivery to ECM system to be managed. So there may be workflow involved there. And then finally, where does it come to rest? If it's paper, it may come to rest in our RMS facility. If it's digital, it may come to rest in our cloud services on an AWS platform, or backed up in our cloud services. Or we may go ahead and use delivery to send it to you. All options are on the table. But most importantly, they're handled by imaging office systems in the background and transparent to you guys. So what does the Yonder concept look like in accounts payable? So we saw what happens when we capture on-site and it goes to site capture and data extraction takes place, classification takes place. We're looking at line item detail capture, all those good things. But you also saw it's pretty busy, and there is some training that would have to take place for the customer for that to happen. What we try to do at Imaging Office Systems is take that all off the table and simplify it for you. So a Yonder AP concept may consist of a scanner on site, delivery system through the cloud, and then transparent to you would be the nuts and bolts of what happens to that document, or what happens to that content, or to that form. So here we see that we've got SideGen working in the lab. We've got other iOS Lab services like document breaking going on. It could be a matter of us picking up documents in paper form, bringing them to an RMS facility and then scanning them transparent to you, the customer, and then forwarding you on to a content management system. But as we look at here, it's people, technology, and process working behind the scenes in our facilities to deliver your final result. And that could mean to a content management system, to an accounting system, and what data needs to be extracted and migrated to which systems is up to you. We just deliver it for you. So really what it looks like for you, the customer, is whether it be through email, scanning, a form, And then on the other end, it comes to you via workflow, accounting system, ECM, or all of the above. It's up to you. To make it even simpler, let's take a look at this. What we want to be able to do for you, the customer, is take the complexity completely out of intelligent capture, using the same tools that you're used to or that we showed earlier, but calling it digitally transformation instant. So, do this. I don't think Canon's paid me for that plug yet. And get this, so we've got an image, we've got data, and we've got a migration to whatever you want. And we can provide that and pay only this. So currently right now, monthly subscriptions are starting at $300 a month and up. Of course, that depends on some restrictions, internal architecture, volume, type of software already in place. But give us a call or reach out to us at www.imagingoffice.com and ask for a consultation. At this point, I'll open it up for questions. We've got about 10 minutes left, so plenty of time.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please type them into the chat box and we will forward them to Mr. Carr. Thank you very much. Here's a question, Barry, Mr. Carr. Somebody asked about implementation right now and things that are going on. How would that work with Imaging Office System?
Well, like everything, we would start out with a discovery session, and it usually consists of what the end result needs to be for the client. It may be something as simple as we have approximately 700 vendors. We receive about 300 invoices a month, and we would like to see what it looks like to have these documents digitized and the following data elements extracted. And then based on that, we would look at where they want to come to rest, how they want to view those documents, if there's any workflow involved, and proceed from there with a monthly fee.
Okay. Another question. So let's say you have a document directly from an email as a PDF. Can you send a document directly from an email as a PDF, or do you have to print it out and scan it first?
Good question. We can even go a step further. We can actually watch the email in which you can watch the email account in which the invoice is coming into, or even assist you in setting up an email address for incoming accounts payable invoices and extract that PDF and automatically ingest it that way. Or if you want to manage that yourself, you can drag and drop or forward that email to an incoming queue that we can then extract the attached PDF or the text in the email itself and treat it as separate information, if you will.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Another question. Can we use our existing scanners that we have to export scan invoices to Imaging Office Systems, or does it have to be a special type of scan?
The You can use existing equipment. We would definitely want to come in and make sure that it'll be appropriate for what we're trying to accomplish from the lab services side. And And what I mean by that is the scanner quality, is the scan quality capable of producing an image fine enough for us to use automated processes on it. We would run testing on that for sure. Also, but a part of the Yonder services is that we will provide hardware for you as well for the subscription cost. So where you're under subscription with the iOS Yonder, we can supply the hardware. And what we tried to do there as much as possible is make that hardware as maintenance free as possible. In other words, you saw the one button push for the documents that were coming in. We try to make those scanners network capable so that there isn't a PC taken up by the resources of a PC taken up for capture, and that it's just a network PC that can scan directly to the iOS cloud for processing.
Wonderful, thank you. Another one, but is this just for storage, or do you have the ability to import into any payable system?
Right. So again, I'll point back to the uniqueness of Imaging Office System in that we do, one, we handle a lot of ECM. So internally, we handle and resell many, and our partners with many ECMs on the market today. That being said, one of the heralded things of our professional services group is that we have migrated from dissimilar imaging systems throughout the life cycle of our company. So our professional services group is well adept at migrating from, let's say, an M-file repository to an OM-based repository, or vice versa. And so we're very well adept at accommodating different database types, different methods of storing information. So the quick answer is no, it's not just for storage. It is truly an integration between what third-party applications you may have residing in your business and how that data is transferred between the two. We can assist in all of it. Good question.
Okay, thank you. And another question that has come up. So they've put their paper in, they hit the button, it goes through. How quickly would our invoices be processed by Imaging Office Systems after they've been exported? You know, hit the button, they're gone. What's the turnaround time?
All right, we're looking at about 4 years. I'm just kidding. So that's really I just want to see if everybody's paying attention. I didn't see anybody drop off, so that's good. Service level agreements can be configured based on the client's need. We have some clients that would like to see it within 4 hours, and some clients that are happy with 1 week turnaround. And so we do gauge the amount of resources we need to throw at a specific project based on that service level agreement, but that is a flexible term that we can work with.
Hey, thank you. And last call, if anybody else has any questions.
All right, well, very good. I'm happy to state that my hair has finally gotten long enough that it lays down on my head and doesn't like pop clear up off my scalp and make me look like a professor out of Back to the Future. So I'm happy about that. It's a sunny day today, and welcome to the new world. Thanks for everybody coming out. Look forward to 2 weeks and talking about, well, I think, HR and how that fits into the Yonder services. Have a good week.
Thank you, sir. And to let everyone know, a recording of this webinar will be made available within 24 hours on imagingoffice.com under our resources section. If you attended, I will send you a link. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful day.